Welcome back, everybody, to Andertons TV. I'm doing a video with Ben today, which I haven't done for ages. How are you, man?
I'm very well. It's nice to see you, man. How's it going?
Yes, I'm very well.
Good.
So, acoustic guitars come in multiple shapes and sizes and different wood combinations and things like that. Today, we're just going to focus in on the wood element of the guitar and how that changes the sound. So what have we got here?
We have got the kind of the holy trinity of guitar, acoustic guitar tone wood combinations, I would say. All Martins. I've got a D18 here, which is your classic spruce top, mahogany back and sides. Next to you is a D28, which is a spruce top with rosewood back and sides. And then we've got a D15M, which is all mahogany. Mahogany back and sides, mahogany top, mahogany neck.
So yes, I mean, the two things that are obviously going to change the tone of your guitar are going to be the shape, so the construction of your guitar, if you like, and the wood combination. So we've chosen all dreadnoughts, so really the only difference you should be hearing in this video is the difference in the woods. And those differences should apply regardless of the shape that you buy. So if one is brighter or darker or whatever, regardless of the shape you buy, you should get the same sense. Start then. I mean, I'm sort of. We're going to do this with the ability to see first, but then I'm going to blindfold up while Ben plays, and I'm going to sort of see whether or not, once I don't have any sight, is it all in the mind, or is the difference obvious? So yeah, take us through the D18 and why that combination is probably the most widely used wood combination in acoustic guitars.
Yeah, I mean, so you've got the spruce, obviously, probably the first choice for tops for acoustic guitars, I would say. People do make guitars with cedar tops and maple tops and various other things, but spruce for these two, is a solid choice. And then mahogany back and sides, kind of, I'd say traditionally, discounting the mahogany tops, when you've got your kind of D18 and your D28 with the rosewood and the mahogany back and sides, the mahogany, for me, seems to sound a little bit warmer than the rosewood generally, and it has a lot to do with the way the guitar projects. I find that mahogany guitars tend to kind of radiate sound a little bit more from the back and the sides, whereas the rosewood ones tend to kick it out the front a bit more.
Interesting.
So should I play some things and then we'll see what happens. So I did a bit of stuff in the beginning. If I try doing some heavier strumming, see how they respond to that. So carried away there, but so yeah, you get the kind of the nice, the kind of bright punchiness of the spruce, but yeah, the mahogany I think gives it a kind of warmth, which I really like.
Do you want to just do something a bit more finger picky, and then as we move, we'll do a strummy section and a finger picky section on each guitar?
Let me see what I can do. I tell you what, I might drop them down to D as well, just for see what happens there. So.
I love hearing you play that kind of stuff. It's absolutely brilliant. Are you much of a flat picker? I know we've been doing videos with you for ages.
I can flat pick a bit.
Can you do a bit of that sort of?
I can. Do you want me to do something?
Yeah, I think so. Why not?
I need to find a flat pick first. Hold on. Where are we? Here we go. All right. So if I'm going to flat pick, I'm going to go back to standard.
Kind of feel like Dreadnought is the shape of choice for the flat pickers, isn't it?
Oh, for sure, especially kind of bluegrass. bit rusty, but yeah, it's, you know, it's a D18. I love D18. It's a classic.
Absolutely. So, should we go D28?
I will go D28 because that's still got the spruce top, but the rosewood back and sides. And I will. I'll stick with the flat pick for now.
Oh, why don't I don't know. I think we should just do the same order. I think we should also just quickly mention all of these guitars are solid tops and solid backs and sides. Again, you're not going to get all solid guitars like that until you're at the slightly sort of, you know, mid to higher end guitar pricing. And actually, we did just done an interesting video with Ben and Pete talking about the difference that solid versus laminate woods make. So if you're thinking to yourself, I'm interested in all these differences, but I can't afford an all solid guitar, so I'm going with laminate woods. In the description below will be a link to that video, and you'll be able to sort of see whether or not it makes as much difference once the woods are laminated rather than solid.
That's right, and we did laminate, and we did laminate with a solid top in that video, and that was the really interesting one for me, but that's a different video. So this one, the D28. So again, spruce top, but we've got rosewood back and sides on here now.
I always thought, I'm drawn to rosewood just because I think it's prettier.
It does
and
look
it's
great.
Invariably slightly more expensive, which I sort of feel is a bit misleading because you think, oh, it must be better, but it really isn't. It's just it just is more expensive to buy, therefore the guitar is more expensive, but it doesn't necessarily mean better. It's just different. And actually, I think my ears tell me by mahogany and my eyes tell me by rosewood. So.
I think it's kind of like
mahogany.
Yeah, it's like the difference between, you know, like, I don't know, Sumatran and Ethiopian coffee beans or something. You know, like they're both delicious, but yeah, it's personal taste. So anyway, but this is the rosewood. Here we go. So I'll start with a bit of strumming stuff like I did before. Sounds great.
Yeah, like you say, the coffee bean analogy is pretty good, right? They're
Like
just different flavours of two wonderful things.
I was going to say they're both delicious.
All right.
I think, yeah, like I was saying earlier on, I get the impression with rosewood that it projects forwards more. I could be completely wrong about that.
From where I'm sitting, it does sound a little louder.
Yeah, I think
so. You might be right.
Yeah, but it's yeah, they're both lovely.
Let's hear the drop D fingerpicky stuff. That drop D is gorge, isn't it? It's got the bass end and the treble end, but on the big, like the lower note is spectacular sounding, isn't it?
That's it. And I think, I mean, I wouldn't like to generalise, but a lot of bluegrass guys tend to go for rosewood over mahogany.
Right.
And I don't know if it's because of the projection thing and the extra kind of, it seems to have a little kind of extra bite over the mahogany.
Okay.
But
let's flat pick, man,
all right,
see what happens.
Let me go back to my flat pick here. All right.
you want to see Ben, by the way, he does do this for a living in a duo, playing gigs and festivals and stuff like that. So links below. You can go and see a couple of hours of all this if you want to.
Just too much guitar playing for an hour and a half.
Tremendous.
But I mean, it's a beautiful guitar. I mean, they're Martins. They're always lovely. But
well, there is that. Come on, let's hear this last one. 15 series is an interesting one from Martin. The lack of bling, so you'll notice no binding, no inlays, very, very simple rosettes, all that kind of stuff, means the D15, it's an all solid guitar, but it's incredibly good value. It's about at least £1,000, if not £1,500 less than either a D18 or a D28. So links below, by the way, if you want to go shopping. But yes, for now, let's just hear what this thing sounds like.
I love the 15 series. Anyway,
I can tell you now, I'm going to be useless once the blindfold comes on, because although there are differences, it's not like chalk and cheese, is it? It's like there's maybe a 10% tonal difference between each one.
I think it's the kind of this one to me feels like it's not quite. It's not quite as bright as these two, which I think is the top.
It's more obvious that the top end isn't there than anything else, isn't it?
That's it, but it means that the mid-range is kind of thicker. I think it's got more, whereas these two, particularly the Rosewood one, the 28, you kind of get a little kind of scoop, I would say, in the mids. With this one, it feels like they're kind of filled in, but you lose a bit of the top end.
Yeah. All right, well look, let's see some finger picking then.
All right, let's do it. So drop D stuff, shall we?
I'm not sure I would choose that guitar for a finger picking guitar. I think it doesn't have the attack and the brightness that you want.
Do you know, I would agree. I would agree with you. Generally speaking, I find mahogany top guitars to be better for kind of flat picking than the finger picking stuff. And I don't know what it is. It's not always the case. There was a really nice treble 015 I played that was a wonderful finger picker. But as a slight kind of rule of thumb, I would say mahogany tends to work best for strumming and picking rather than finger picking.
And it's a nice an accompaniment guitar, isn't it, for some sort of mellower stuff. But look, let's see if I can even hear that once I can't see it. But yeah, bit of flat picking and then we'll blindfold up. That sounded good. That sounded good.
It's nice. It's again, it's I wouldn't say it's a bluegrass guitar,
right?
Necessarily. If I was playing that kind of rootsy thing, I'd want something with a spruce top,
right?
Which just kind of goes to show the tonal differences that you can get from just having a different top.
Well, we haven't by any means covered every single combination of wood here. You've got some famous guitar designs, as Ben said earlier, with cedar tops, with maple backs, koa, or walnut is being used more, particularly as we go into sort of more responsibly sourced woods and things like that. But look, this is definitely the Holy Trinity. But can I, and indeed can you, tell the difference? So if you want to play along now, this is easy. You just got to literally look away, turn your screen off, whatever, just listen. And in fact, why don't you take them all away from me, and then that way I won't know. My blindfold has seen some action. The elastic is gone. But just in case you don't believe us, yes, the inside the blindfold is a sheet of, looks like sort of carbon or something like that, sort of carbon fibre. But I cannot see anything. And Taylor is going to pass the guitars to Ben in a random order.
All right.
Okay. And if you wouldn't mind playing a bit of all three of those kind of styles, and then I'll make my guesses.
I will try and play something that's very similar on each of them.
Okay.
Okay, so. Bit of finger picking?
Yep.
All right, a bit of kind of flat picking guitar type strumming.
God, I hate being the blindfolded one.
Would you like to reserve judgment until you've heard the second one?
I'm certain it's not the D15.
Okay.
My initial sense was go with the D28, but I'm not sure now. So at the moment I'm just going to say it's not the D15. So can I try hear the next one, and then I'll sort of finalise my answer at the end.
Absolutely, yeah. Bit of strumming, bit of finger picking.
I'm so crap at these blindfold tests.
Bit of finger picking?
Yeah.
Flat picking?
Okay. Oh gosh.
Any inkling at all?
I mean, out of the two so far, I'm going to go D28 and then D18, and then we'll see what this last one is.
Okie dokie. You've.
I need to.
That's it. You got to smell.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the smell of D15 coming in. So go on.
All right then.
Oh, hang on. I think that's D28 now.
Okay.
Okay. Oh God. I had loads of bass on it, but it's not crazy bright.
That's right.
Just flat pick and then
I'm going to flat pick.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, yeah, I'm totally lying if I'm saying this with any real conviction.
Yeah.
But I'll go with my original. I'll go 28, then 18, then 15.
Close. Close. Do you want to take your blindfold off? Oh.
It's hard, man.
Right.
I honestly and truthfully, and I guess this has got to be the same when I'm listening to Strats and Tellys and Marshalls and Fenders, and it's like you are so aware of what you're supposed to think when you hear something, that you convince yourself that you can hear it. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it must be there, but the minute you can't see, your brain is going, crikey, they just all sound like acoustic guitars now. Yeah. So what did I get right and wrong? Or
okay, so with the first guitar, you correctly said it wasn't the D15.
Right.
You thought it was a D28.
Yeah.
It was actually the D18.
Was it?
It was.
Interesting.
But,
yeah,
you know,
okay.
Not a bad choice.
Yeah.
The second guitar, you said, I'm so crap at blindfold tests. I think it's a D18.
Yeah.
And it was a D28.
Right, so I got the 18 and the 28 the wrong way around.
Easily done. I can, from a player's perspective, I think it's easier when you're behind the guitar to tell the difference than it is out the front sometimes with those two.
That last one, it was like the bass end was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But then as you begun to play it, I was sort of going, it's got loads of bass in, but maybe it doesn't have the treble end. So was that the only one I got? So the last one
was the D15. Yeah, loads of bass, but not crazy bright. I mean, it has got plenty of top end, the D15, but I think compared to the 28 and the 18, it doesn't. It's not quite so sparkly, but it's got that mid-range thing. But they all sound great. I mean,
yeah. What is there left to say really, other than the ability of the player is clearly far more important than how the guitar is made. But how did you get on in the blindfold test?
Yeah.
Was it obvious to you, or did you fall into the same trap that I did? But yes, thank you, Ben.
Pleasure.
It's always fun to sit in on these videos and have a little listen to you playing. I'm looking forward to the next one, which is where both you and Pete are going to be blindfolded up. So please like and subscribe so you don't miss that one.
Oh yes.
And that's it. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
See you in another video soon.
See you soon.